A very good morning to Dr. Tan Sufun and everyone who is watching this video. This is the presentation of our group project part 2. Our group project is Security Risk and Analysis on Mobile Payment and Digital Wallet in Asia Pacific region. My name is Nur Sufia binti Ahmad Zulkifli and I will start the presentation. This is my group project's members. First, I will give the summarization of our finding in part 1. In the part 1 of our presentation, the cybersecurity attacks such as fraud and data breach has led us to our scope of study, which is confidentiality of users' information. We have chosen 4 types of mobile payments and digital wallets that are actively used in Asia Pacific region and emphasize the confidentiality of their users. The 4 types of mobile payments and digital wallets is Alipay, GoPay, LinePay, and Razorpay. For security assessment methods, we already choose 4 security assessment methods for our research, which is Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard (PCI DSS), Authentication and Authorization (2FA), General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR), and Service Organization Control 2 (SOC2). Overall, we have chosen GDPR for further research as GDPR is focusing on how an organization should use users' personal information, which is very much related to our scope of study, which is confidentiality of users' information.
A very good morning to Dr. Tan and friends. My name is Tan Mei Jun and now I'll be presenting about the implementation of GDPR on Alipay. First of all, the data controller of the user's GDPR personal data is Alipay Network Technology Corporation. The GDPR privacy clauses related to the use of Alipay services in the EU started to be effective on the 25th of May 2018. The company uses GDPR personal data on legal basis by providing users with various services. But Alipay also has the rights to the use of users' personal data to pursue the company's legitimate interests, which helps Alipay to fulfill their obligations under the laws and regulations of any non-EU regions as well. Users also have their rights to their own GDPR personal data within a reasonable range, and users may log into their own Alipay account through the Alipay application to directly exercise their rights. Alipay may also share some of the users' GDPR personal data with Alipay affiliates that provide services to them. And last but not least, Alipay will often update the terms of their GDPR from time to time as well. That's all from me, thank you.
My name is Kennedy Gregory Mojuntin, BI 181-10181, and for my part is Gojek GoPay for GDPR. How Gojek GoPay addresses GDPR? The official Gojek GoPay website has been very transparent about how they handle users' data under the privacy policies. However, they have not stated whether or not they have implemented the GDPR as a security assessment. They have also been very transparent about how they built the security of Gojek app without disclosing any sensitive information that may jeopardize the security, or within the block spot for Gojek. As you can see from the table on the left there, over there, it has 7 requirements for the GDPR. Gojek has not checked 3 of them. As Gojek has not launched any application that is within or involving the EU domain, they fall outside the jurisdiction of the EU. Thus, the requirements for 1 and 7 are crossed. Based upon the privacy policies that they have given in the main website, they have checked the rest of the requirements for GDPR except for number 5, due to not mentioning it. Thus, it is left as unsure.
Next is me again, Nur Sufia, and I will explain on implementing GDPR on LinePay. European Union and Japan has been agreed to recognize both of their data, where all data can flow freely based on the strong protection between them. Same goes to LinePay that applied GDPR, the rules of digital data privacy in EU and EEA, to all EU member states. Based on one of the articles released by LinePay Corporation, LinePay shall apply all the requirements of GDPR, especially for EU citizens.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nur Muazzin bin Abdul Rasid, and today I will discuss about the implementation of General Data Protection Regulation on my selected digital wallets mobile apps, which is Razorpay. In Razorpay, all users' data was handled by Information Security Management System (ISMS). This ISMS received multiple certifications such as ISO to prove that the ISMS has achieved the international standards in security management. In Razorpay Information Security Management System (ISMS), Razorpay Software Private Limited has a big responsibilities to handle EU GDPR. Even though Razorpay doesn't apply GDPR as one of their main compliance, Razorpay still applied GDPR when the website receive and store the personally identifiable information (PII) of European Union (EU) residents. In order to make sure the data flow and store are fully secured, Razorpay applies multiple requirements from GDPR such as privacy policy, website software security, SSL, TLS traffic encryption, cookies configuration, and cookies disclaimer. For the GDPR implementation summary, GDPR is significantly focusing on maintaining the integrity on how the company is securing users' personal information. Most of the popular digital wallets mobile apps such as LinePay and GoPay, they apply GDPR as one of their main compliance. However, there are multiple digital wallets mobile apps applies GDPR compliance under several conditions. For an example, the Razorpay has applied GDPR compliance if and only if the data received, sent, and stored are related to personal identifiable information (PII) of European Union region. And some digital wallets mobile apps such as Alipay uses GDPR compliance to make sure that all users within the European Union region get update and access the provided product like the other users worldwide. Thank you.
And it's back to me, Kennedy, for evaluation and discussion. As you can see in the table over here, 3 of the 4 applications has checked all correct for the 7 requirements for GDPR, except for GoPay, which has left 3 of them unchecked. However, they only meet the 3 of the 4 has only meet the requirements under certain conditions. 3 of the digital wallets payments, Alipay, LinePay, and Razorpay, they only meet the requirements and stated as such for the applications that are related to EU domain or EU citizens. This is most likely because they have their own bill for data protection within their own countries or other countries as well. For the application Gojek GoPay, they have not intentionally implemented the full GDPR within their own website, most likely due to not having any basis or entity within the EU, as they focus most of the policies and businesses in Asia. Indonesia also did not have their own data protection bill until 2020, where their President Joko Widodo signed the Personal Data Protection Bill on January 24th, 2020.
A very good morning to Dr. Tan and friends. My name is Tan Mei Jun, and I will be presenting the conclusion for the security risk and analysis on mobile payment and digital wallets for the Asia Pacific region. So the 4 mobile payment and digital wallets originated and used in the Asia Pacific region that my group has chosen are Alipay, GoPay, LinePay, and Razorpay. So based on all 4 mobile payment and digital wallets we chose, we can conclude that all 4 of them uses GDPR. And based on the studies and comparisons that we have conducted, it can be concluded that the implementation of GDPR focuses on maintaining the integrity of how the company secures the user's personal information. LINE Pay uses GDPR as one of their main compliance services, while the other three digital wallets, GoPay, Alipay, and Razorpay, implements GDPR under several conditions. For GDPR, when the original country for the system is related to the European Union (EU), it is most likely that the system would apply GDPR. And next would be the security assessment methods in the future. As technology is advancing each day, it is very hard for us to conclude if the current security assessment methods and systems will be able to cope with various attacks, including quantum attacks and cyber security threats in the future. This is because new types of attacks or threats will appear anytime and unexpectedly. Thus, security assessment methods play a very huge role in reducing the security risks found. For instance, we have found that there's one prediction by Gartner.com. So on Gartner.com, it is predicted that by 2023, more than 1 million organizations will have their own personal information covered under modern privacy regulations, up from 10% today. And this prediction is due to the introduction of GDPR back in 2018 in most countries. According to this prediction, we can see how important it is for users to understand and protect their personal data when using mobile payment and digital wallets, or basically mobile applications in general. So in conclusion, it is important for all companies to always ensure their services and applications are constantly up to date. And users should also understand their personal rights regarding their personal data usage by the applications of the company of the applications. The companies should also constantly update their security assessment tools and policies, and it is important for everyone to understand the security risks and assessment methods, especially on mobile payment and digital wallets, as these mobile applications are the applications that collect and keep user personal data and information the most. LINE Pay uses GDPR as one of their main compliance services, while the other three digital wallets, GoPay, Alipay, and Razorpay, implements GDPR under several conditions. This marks the end of the presentation for our group with the title of Security Risks and Analysis on Mobile Payment and Digital Wallets for the Asia Pacific region. On behalf of the group, I would like to thank everyone for listening and enjoying this presentation. Thank you very much.